Alright guys, how's it going? So, it's taken me many hours to do this because nothing wants to play nice. So, we got the new handlebar in for the saw. That came in quite a few days ago. I was waiting on the insulators or buffers or whatever the hell they call them. Why are you not coming out now? So, yeah, everything's kind of a joke. So, there we go. It's back together. It only took 7 hours. Because things are just fighting. I don't care for the new insulators. Not at all. I don't like them. So, I still ended up using one of my old ones because I was having trouble with one of my newer ones that didn't want to stay in place. It kept popping out. I'm not really sure what the hell's going on with it, so I gave up on it. I was only having trouble technically with two of them, but one was just really up there for pissing me the hell off. So this is a brand new one. They're separate pieces, obviously, but they could have just fucking, I don't know, because the old ones came out as one piece, but I guess you probably could separate them, I guess. That's what I'm guessing, but this one had trouble staying together. It kept pulling itself apart right here. And then it kept pulling itself out of the handlebar. So I don't know what I could do with this one. I think the only thing I could do is put JB weld on that and then squeeze the shit out of it. Make sure it's on there as good as possible and then just let it harden. That's really all what I could do. So I used one of my old ones because I was just giving up on that one because it was a pain in the ass. So we got two new ones and one used one, which whatever. So the other thing is I'll show you here in a second. So we've had a boo-boo as well. Looks like it's fine though. So when I put in, the young guy's getting his hay too. He just got his last load right now. And then I hear my uncle's out on his tractor doing something as well. But I've had my fun for today. It's getting cold out. So this isn't in quite right, the cap, but this is the insulator that was giving me trouble. And I'm not really sure what more you can do with that. Probably nothing. I almost don't even want to touch it anymore. It's just getting to be ridiculous. So this one was giving me trouble as well. And you can see the screw is kind of coming out. Let me see if I can adjust my light. You see the screw coming out of the insulator at the bottom? Well, I've had it way out. I've had it way down here. And I don't think it's ever really supposed to be. I don't know what it would, because if you tighten the shit out of that, the screw is beyond its where it should be, because I'm pretty damn sure when I took it apart, the screw wasn't sticking out. And there's no one screw is longer than the other bullshit because they're all the exact same. So that one was giving me trouble a little bit. It was fighting a little bit. This one was being an absolute pain in the ass. This one was being okay. These are just screws. And then you got two screws down here. But what ended up happening, I had this in here. It was all really good. It was all right. So then I go to help the young guy, and I left this alone for a little while. It's just like, I mean, I gotta take a break. I'm getting a freaking headache from this thing. I'm getting high as well because whatever happened, when I tightened that screw in, that goes right into your fuel tank. So it leaks. But it looks like if you have it tight, then it doesn't leak. So I'm guessing just keep the screw tight and it won't leak. Because I'm not getting another fuel tank. Well, I mean, it'd be my first one. I have no way. I don't even know where you'd even begin with that. So, we did. I mean, well, it was me anyway. I did fuck up my oil tank. You can see the JB Weld job done to it. My uncle did that a few years ago because I cracked the tank. I think. I don't even remember. I guess I must have hit something with it, or I dropped it or something, and it cracked it. So he just put JB Weld on it and called it job done, which you can't really do on the fuel tank because it's leaking out of the screw hole where the screw goes in. So my guess is when I ran the screw in, there's always like a cap on the end of that. Well, I'm guessing I must have broke the cap. It's all formed as one big solid piece, but I guess apparently if you over tighten them, well, then you can crack them. But I sure the hell don't remember over tightening it. I tighten it to just when it stops moving. Like that's really all it should need. But apparently that was too much. So I don't know how long. I don't know how long this will last. That. It's just in the threads, but so as long as you keep the screw tight, you're fine. It doesn't seem to be leaking a drop when it's tight. So it's just when you want to take this back apart for some reason, it'll start leaking again. You shouldn't have to take it apart now for many years, but I think with all things going on with this should last me, however long the old one lasted me. I don't know, this is probably cheaper plastic too, so who knows. But if it cracks again, I will just call up to the cities, because that is a steel dealer, and I'm sure they could repair that. I will just have them put a new handlebar on it, put a brand new fuel tank on it, put a brand new oil or tank on it, and then whatever else it needs later on in life, then it'll just get completely rebuilt. But other than that, I guess it's just time for a new freaking saw, right? So, but everything's in its place like it should be. I question, the leak now, obviously, but it doesn't seem like it's been sitting here now for a little while and hasn't dripped a drop. So, but so it's back together. Saw's all dirty. So, it's all solid like it should be. And there's going to be some movement in it, obviously, due to the insulators. But, yeah, I don't know. I question the life of the handlebar, obviously. But, what do you do, So, I keep checking it, and I don't see a wet spot coming out. So it's not leaking anymore. It just leaks when the screw is loose. But it never leaked before. So my theory is that when I might have over tightened it slightly, and then I cracked what would technically be the end of the threaded section in that tank and cracked it slightly. So, and it leaks out. So other than that, we're fucking done. Thank God. I got a headache. I'm getting high from the fumes from the fuel. So, I think that's pretty much it. I don't really know what else. There is nothing more to do now. That is all the worst of it. So, the easiest stuff now will be getting a new cutter bar and chain. I mean, technically, I could use the saw right now if I wanted to. I could put my old bar back on if I had to, you know, to cut something down real quick. Like, I could do it. But I don't really need it anymore. I still got to finish that stinking stump, but that won't be until springtime now of next year. I'm not going to play around with it anymore. So we do have some nicer weather coming, but I'm gonna use those days to get my mower deck off. I was gonna do that today, but then this ended up taking longer than it really should have. Honestly, it should have only been like maybe a 20-minute job and then you're fucking done. But there's so much dicking around, taking the bar back off, or taking the handlebar back off, realigning the insulator, and then just to have it pop off again. It was getting kind of frustrating. So something about those newer insulators are just not right. So I just ended up putting the old one back in. I still use 2 new ones, you know, here and down there. This is an old one. So, but other than that, we're done. Besides the little leak that it would have now in the fuel tank, that's probably only going to leak when you loosen the screw back off. As long as you keep it tight, you should be fine. You know, so that's kind of a poor design right there. Having a screw go into your fuel tank, that makes 0 sense, because they have 2 screws underneath here that go from the bottom of your handlebar up into this orange plastic, this plastic guy here. And here, there's 2 more screws that sandwich them 2 together. So why you would need one going through your fuel tank, I don't know. That seems like a pretty poor design. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it gives your fuel tank makes your fuel tank more stronger and stable, but I don't think it's necessary. I think your handlebar, I mean, especially when you have it here, you got 3 here, you got 2 in the handle itself, and then you have another one down here. That seems like it'd be plenty for me. You know, plenty to me. Why you would need one going through your fuel tank, I don't know. But there is an insulator there as well, but still, that's, yeah. It's frustrating. It probably would go a lot better, I suppose, if you had maybe the right tools. I don't know what tools you would need to change out fucking insulators, but I don't know. They just don't seem to pop in there and stay like the old ones did. So I don't know, maybe these cheap Chinese junk ones, I don't know. I don't know if the ones from the steel dealer would be any better, you know? Like, they might just throw in cheapy, junky ones too, right? But I don't know. Keep an eye on it, I guess, over the spring and the summer of next year. See what kind of issues I have with it, and then if one pops out for some reason, even though nothing should pop out now because I technically have everything nice and tight now, so there's really no movement there anymore. So I don't know. I don't know if putting these caps back in will do anything or not. They just go right into the rubber thing too, so I don't know. But maybe it'll just kind of stiffen everything up. Maybe it won't move as easy. I don't know. But she was a chore. It was a chore. It took me a long time. I think it's like 5 o'clock now because it's dark out. I don't know. It's just crazy. So, I don't know. It is what it is, but we're pretty much done now. All I got to do now is just, I guess really just get the new cutter bar and chain. Then we're done. Then the saw will be officially repaired. It won't be pretty, but I guess it's better than nothing. That's just the way I see it, but I do question those insulators, though. I don't know how good they're going to hold up. You know, they seem like they're made out of a slightly different material. I think it's a little softer. But, you know, the older ones could have gotten harder, from time, but maybe they were soft too at one time. I don't know, but I just don't know. So, but if something goes wrong again in the future, I'll just take it up to the cities. I'll call them, see what they think about it, and then they can fix it. I want to be able to fix my own shit too. I feel like, it's a good way to learn stuff, and of course you learn from your mistakes, but to have your fuel tank start leaking on you, that's kind of a major mistake. But like I said, it only leaks when the screw's loose. As long as you keep it tight, it ain't going to leak. It's not leaking now. So as long as I keep the screw tight, I guess we're good. So then I can't put any type of a glue in there or anything, because you don't want to lock the screw in. You got to be able to remove the screw if you need to replace the handlebar again, or maybe an insulator fails or something, right? You got to be able to take it all back apart. That's probably what's going to happen, is that one of the insulators will crap out, and then I got to take it back apart. So it's not easy, but I don't know. It's on there now. Everything's tight. It seems good. It feels good in the hands. The real test will be when I'm cutting up a tree or something. But that won't be until springtime, and that'll be when I'm going to finish that stump. And then, yeah, so that'll be pretty much it, because I think tomorrow, besides helping the young guy, because I think he'll be done tomorrow. I think he's got everything else done already. It's him and his daughter, and then I just stand there to just try to get unhigh from this, because it was giving me a fucking headache. So it's kind of nice to go just help him to what I can and just not be in the shop for a while. Get some fresh air, because the fumes are gone now. That's why I'm staying in here. But when that tank first sprung a leak on me like that, the whole damn bench was soaked in it. So, but I don't know. It's just stupid, but not really a mechanic. That's why it's going to be real interesting with the 1586. That's going to be a nightmare. I'm not going to have any help doing that either. It'll be all just fucking me. So I don't know. So wait and see what happens. I got to get the parts here first before I can even think about fixing it. As long as everything else keeps fucking breaking, that's not going to happen. So, but on a positive note, we're one step closer to be done with the saw, and then I can go back to finishing the Tahoe, getting parts for that. So after that, that'll be kind of it. So I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. So, but yeah, I guess, guys, I'm going to take off. That's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys for tonight. I want to be done. I'm done with my day now. So all we're going to do now is wait for a new cutter bar and a chain. And then I'm 100% done with the damn bitch. I can put her back together and top off the fuel, because I've lost some, and then should probably change or clean my air filter too. Well, that's usually a springtime thing I'll do. Clean that, and then fire it up next year, see how she does. So other than that, we're pretty much done. So, but yeah, anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. So I guess I have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.